Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Falcioni, the editor of HopNews.com. Online only and only online. We are here at 6 p.m. In our Live on Main presentation, we have a couple of great things to announce. First of all, Jen Belesi is here.
Hi.
She's our guest. She's one half of the Jen and Margie show, which is on HCAM Wednesdays between 7 and 8. And she's here visiting us, and you're going to tell us a little about that show. And the second thing is that we have some Paw Sox tickets to give away. Now, I'm going to ask you to jot this number down that you're going to call if you want the tickets, okay? 508-435-5534. Don't call now. Just jot it down. And we'll give you like a countdown later on when you're supposed to call.
Now, do they have to do anything for those tickets? Or
No, just call. Just call, and we're going to give you some tickets. But don't call right now. We have to stretch this out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a new thing that we're doing on Live on Main that we used to do. We used to do this with Ed Thompson from WMRC, and these are from Tom McAuliffe at MRC, our media partner, and they asked us if we'd like to have some tickets. And so here you go. It's from WMRC and HopNews.com. Free Paw Sox tickets. These are great for young families because you don't have to bring
$1,000
three and
for a hot dog.
And 3 and 4-year-olds are more suited for this stadium than than.
It's a great experience. Call for tickets.
Yeah, not yet. We'll play a trick. We'll go right.
Not now.
Not now. All right. So Jen's here, and she's going to tell us. Here I am using the third-person pronoun when you're right here. So what about this show of yours? What is your goal?
Before my show, I have to say a shout out to my goddaughter Madison, who's not feeling good tonight. Hope you're feeling better, Maddie.
And Maddie, you're not qualified for the tickets. Sorry. You're related.
Do not call for the tickets, Maddie.
Related to a guest. So
the Jen and Margie show is really fun. Jim Cousins asked me probably last fall if I wanted to do a live talk show, and I thought, sure, why not? And he said, think about who you would want to co-host. And so I was thinking, I have this very, very funny and witty neighbor, and he travels a lot, though. So his wife wasn't interested, and he said maybe, maybe not, but then he in the end couldn't commit. So we kind of tabled it. And then Jim a couple of months ago said, I have somebody that, I've got somebody, let's do this. And it turns out it was Margie Wiggin, who Margie and I go way back. So we've known each other for, we think, about 13 or 14 years.
Uh-huh.
And Margie actually used to work for me in my chiropractic office.
Wow.
Years ago.
And so did you do that Reiki? Is that what it's called? Did she do that?
She did. She was actually a receptionist for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I know she does energy work. But so it was nice to reconnect after all of these years.
Well, it's surprising that you would have, it's not surprising because, when I observe what you do in the community, I think like you're kind of like a shaman. You have these positive things that you do all the time. You do them for other people, and you probably do it at work too.
I probably do it at work as well, yeah.
And so your work is working with the elderly?
I do. I work with the elderly. I work in an assisted living. And I was at Golden Pond for 2 years, so a little shout out to Golden Pond. And hi, Golden Pond. And that was really fun. And so I try to give back. I try to give back whether it's at work or at home, although my kids might not agree with you. But certainly in the community, we have to give back.
Well, your kids better watch out because, your mother knows.
I do.
She always knows what you're doing. So.
I do.
Well, you've already told me what great kids they are. So.
They are great kids.
Yeah.
Yep. Max is almost 17. Zachary is 15, and Jack is 13.
Very tough ages.
I said, give me colicky triplets over 3 teenage boys any day of the week.
Oh, what a beautiful picture there. Okay. So, do you have to drive very far?
No, it's in Sudbury. It's not bad at all. It's really not bad. It was nice having a practice in town for a long time. I worked here for many years, and then when I sold it, I went to Golden Pond and then moved on. But I always feel somehow I need to connect back to the community. Now, being done with the Board of Health, that 3-year tenure is over.
Oh.
So I have some more time, and that's why the show kind of was a good timing as far as that was concerned.
Now,
So
your business was Cedar Chiropractic, right?
it was Cedar Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
And
Yeah,
you sold that to Dr. Ben.
I did. Dr. Ben.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Ben.
Hi, Dr. Ben.
He's doing great.
And
It's been over 3 years now, 3.5 years.
were you called Sports Chiropractic too? Or
No,
did he
I
adopt
was just
that
Cedar
name?
Chiropractic, and he adopted
Uh-huh.
that name, that little branding.
Nice family, the two.
Lovely family.
Yeah.
Very
So
lovely.
they're located at 77 West Main Street.
Mhm. Yeah.
Still, and you were at Golden Pond for just 2 years.
I was there just for 2 years. Yeah.
Did you make a difference?
I hope I did. I hope I did.
Well, I know that you did. You were very, how would you say, prominent.
Visible in the community.
And visible when you worked there.
So my job title there was Director of Community Relations.
That could be why, yeah.
Hence, perhaps I did my job.
Yeah, you did. You did a very good job. You did a lot of outreach for them.
Yep,
I know that we heard from you quite a bit.
Yes, and thank you for all of that.
Do you do the same thing?
Similar to that, I actually do. I have 2 roles. So I'm Director of Sales and Marketing. So I do all of the outreach as well as all the intakes and all of the business side of referrals and that kind of thing. So.
And you like up at this facility, Golden Pond,
Mm-hmm.
does your job entail bringing in young children and having the mix with the seniors?
So we also have an intergenerational program at where I work now. So it's interesting. They're very similar. In assisted living now, it's all corporations, but Golden Pond is family owned.
Yeah.
And where I work is family owned. So
Wow.
very, very unusual to go from one family owned community to another. So, and it's lovely to have the kids on campus because they'll come up, they'll do generation activities. It's wonderful. So
What are some of the activities the seniors do?
Oh
now,
my gosh.
Now this is assisted living, right?
This is assisted living. Yep.
Is any sidebar for that?
No,
like
there's
Alzheimer's.
We don't have any special care units. Nope, just assisted living, traditional. We have some independent folks there. So I'll give a little shout out to an Eagle Scout, Austin Marks, who lives in town, who is working on his Eagle Scout accreditation. I don't know the right terminology, but he's actually, we've coordinated with where I work. He's going to do a birdhouse experience for our residents. So actually tomorrow he's coming to have him and some scouts help paint birdhouses. We're going to do a temporary art installation, and over the summer we're going to do a purple martin house, and he's going to come dig the hole with his friends and plant butterfly bushes and do a very neat presentation for the residents.
And a purple martin is a bird.
It's a bird, and those are those houses that you see that have lots and lots of holes around them.
Like condos and
Yeah.
different. And so it's purple.
It's white.
It's white. The purple martin is white. I'm so sorry.
Oh, the bird. I thought we were
Scratch
talking
that.
about the bird house.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
don't really know what it looks like.
Oh, all right.
I guess I'll find out.
Yeah, maybe we should talk with people ahead of time. See, then Eric could find a picture of a purple martin.
And you could put it up on
And
screen.
we'll put it up while you're talking.
I love that
I
idea.
think that next time we'll have to do
All right.
that stuff.
All right.
We'll do a little pre.
Yeah.
Why don't we give some tickets away?
I think this is a good time to give some tickets away as well. Robert?
What do you think?
I think 4.
4 is a
Look,
good one?
we agreed on the number
All right.
intuitively.
The number, remember, 508-435-5534. The first one to call gets 4 tickets to the Paw Sox.
Could you imagine? Just like that.
And all you
No
gotta do is
strings.
call and we'll give them to you. And
Amazing.
There are a lot of young families out there who like them because, like I say, they don't have to drive to, is this vibrating? No, it isn't.
Not yet.
Call.
But call.
Oh, you said the same thing again.
Yep.
Okay, it's not ringing, is it?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
All right. You may not email either.
You have
You
to
must call.
Yep.
So I know there's some families out there because we used to give them away by the dozen.
Whoever can call, do they have to be over 12 or can they be a 10-year-old calling or?
Yeah, I think an adult would be best
Okay.
because that way we would know
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to get used
Correct.
and that they won't go to waste. So,
Correct.
so hopefully somebody will call. 508-435-5534. Eric, when you drop that graphic, would it take long to make another one that says call 508-435-5534 for free Paw Sox tickets? That was a question.
I can do it.
Okay, cool. Well, no, I did. I asked you if you could. All right. Very good. Thanks. So, yes, Possex. Have you been there?
I have not been there, but I heard it's an amazing experience for the kids.
It's a nice, it's a nice field.
Mm,
It is. A lot of seats, clean, beautifully kept. And a lot of people have come out of Pawtucket
I love it.
and gone to play at Fenway. So, it does have a lot of value. Now, your ride, Sudbury, what is that like? Oh, I have trouble just getting through the intersection.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's about 18 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I drive past Trombetta's Nursery. Do you know that it has an indoor mini golf and a little woodworking place? And they have soft ice cream there. And I have been in the last couple of weeks stopping frequently to get some soft ice cream on the way home from work. So it's a nice little treat. Yeah.
Is that in Sudbury, Trombetta?
It's in probably Marlborough on Farm Road.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that Farm Road? Is that where the zip line is? There's some kind of zip line up there on the back way to Sudbury.
Oh, that's interesting. I am right near the Wayside Inn, the beautiful and historic Wayside Inn.
It is.
A beautiful area to take pictures.
How old is that? That's a trick question. I already know.
I actually don't. I'm going to say 1820.
Well, it's around 1920, I think.
Okay.
1910. It's a replica.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it's from the 17th century, doesn't it?
It looked like it's on the
And it is
historic register or something.
right. Well, maybe it is, but I think it was built around the turn of the last century.
Oh.
If I remember right, there's a plate there somewhere. It says that's a replica. But we've taken, I wish I had some photos right in my hands of all the shots I've taken at the Wayside Inn. There's one in particular for anyone that is shooting a wedding down there that is inside the grist mill.
Mm-hmm. Which is the most famous part of the whole Wayside Inn, right? The grist mill.
Right, yeah. Oh, and Martha Mary Chapel. That's
true, actually.
That's big. So you go inside the grist mill. Hopefully it's open when you go inside. And you set someone up. There's a little window.
Oh.
And the light comes in, and it's really a split light. And so one person can be, how do we set them up? I think one person looks out the window and the other one looks at the other person.
Oh.
I think that's how we usually set the bride and groom up. Or they both are together and there are the flowers and the lights coming pouring in, But
So a beautiful place to visit.
That it is.
On the way to the Paw Sox.
Yes.
So call for your tickets.
Yeah, come on. We want to give away some tickets. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube in a recording, don't call. But if you're watching live, call. Because
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, right. Because there aren't a lot of people that watch live. But we have between 1 and 200 that watch afterward.
Oh, that's great to know.
Yeah, and
Good.
so
Good analytics.
Yeah. So it's right on YouTube. Right, it's right on every video that you put up on YouTube has a counter. It tells you how many people looked at it. However, what YouTube was doing for a while, I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I want to make sure my phone's on. I can't believe no one has called. Come on, don't be a chicken. I know that, let's see, Paul wants some tickets. I know that.
Okay.
And I think Dave wants some tickets for his family.
All right, Paul and Dave, if you're watching, please call.
Come on, just give a call. Don't be such a chicken. So, then they're going to call. I'm going to go. I was only kidding about being a chicken. This is Robert. We're giving away tickets. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hearing myself on her computer. Could you turn your computer down, please? Just a little.
I actually know who that caller is.
You do know the caller?
I saw the number come up on your phone.
Oh, do you know Jen?
She does not get the tickets.
Yeah. Oh, no?
She does not get the tickets.
Oh.
She's a family member.
Well, hang on a second, ma'am, okay? Hang on 1 second. Oh, we lost the other caller, I think. Where is it? Missed call.
Yeah, that's okay.
All
That's
right.
okay. You know what? I think those are also family members.
Are you still there? Yeah. Okay. Well, Let us have a conference on this afterward, all right? Thanks for calling. Bye. That's pretty funny.
That's thank you for the little shout out, family member.
And the other one
I
was
think
a
the other
family
one was
member
Madison.
too?
I think that was Madison.
One of yours?
Yeah, I think that was my goddaughter who's not feeling well.
Okay.
Mwah.
Let's see. Let's see if I can go back.
Let's see.
Are they both
Yep,
yours?
that was Madison.
New York.
All those New York callers. You know, leave it to a New Yorker to be bold enough to call.
I know, and family too. Well, you know something? If no unrelated person calls, we'll give them the tickets, all right? But will they use them?
What date are they for? I don't know that we said
August.
August. Okay, let's find out what date. Let's just say it again so that somebody...
All right. Alrighty, so I'm sorry we missed the last caller. Don't call again because you're related.
Madison, don't call again, but we love you.
Isn't that funny? Madison, you tried to fool us. And Mom did too, right? That is funny. That is funny. And it sounds so sweet, though.
She's very lovely.
Yeah.
She's very lovely. They're in Florida right now.
Oh, Florida.
So
Wow.
my dad, this is actually an interesting story. So my father has Parkinson's disease, as do two of his brothers.
Oh, my goodness. Is that family history?
Apparently so. And there are some other cousins that have Parkinson's disease. And so they go to a Parkinson's Day program in Sarasota, Florida, where it gives my mom a little bit of a respite and it gives my dad a really nice day focusing on like speech therapy and speakers that they have and different kind of ways and you know, just coping strategies. And it's just a wonderful place of support. And so they go down there they'll be down there till August.
Now, you're in the medical field, so please forgive me for even asking this. Does vitamin B help?
I don't know. Vitamin B would help with like the neuron sheaths in your body and your neurologic system, and Parkinson's is a movement disorder, so of the nervous system. So I would assume in some way, shape, and form that vitamin B, the B family, would help for sure.
There was a family down the lake that I knew, and my goodness, so many of them have passed. It's tragic how many have passed. But the patriarch was a little older than I, and he always shook his speech, his movements, his head movements, motor movements. One day, one of his daughters said, "You see my father lately?" I said, "No." She says, "He took vitamin B for the shaking. It's all gone."
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Which makes you think, was it that in the first place? Like, what was it about?
Well, right. It was that may have been a deficiency in their part for that to help.
Yeah.
I mean, I've noticed that I might need magnesium. I'm told for leg cramps in the evening, plus for all the other stuff I've taken too. So you think it's a family thing?
Well, there is some genetic
anyway.
There is some genetic links that he and one of his brothers are part of the Michael J. Fox Foundation's genetic research study out of I think they're doing it out of Indiana University, and so they have found some genetic links.
Wow.
But a friend of mine who is a researcher says like trying to find the genetic links to all of this is like a needle in the haystack. So it's very interesting.
Well, it's the future, though, isn't it? They will find those needles in the future.
They will.
And they're working
sooner than later,
now.
we hope.
Yeah. Some of these things. Now, I always thought that cancer was a
like an environmental issue, or was
well, it can be, but I mean. I thought it was on a genetic level, in that that the cell does not shut off. It doesn't. I'm on a treatment now that is not allowing certain cells to grow, and so it's not killing the cells. It's just an inhibitor.
Okay.
And so after 2 years, it's the cancer cells are inhibiting. And I think the prostate cells too, and so all those that are still in me, and are going to be dead by November, and that because
Good.
They have a 2-year lifespan, and they haven't reproduced.
Good.
So
You're feeling okay?
Oh, I feel great. Yeah,
Good.
I really do feel good. But I always thought it was more of on a genetic level. Like
I guess we'll
DNA
yeah.
kind of level.
I think we'll find out, right? We'll have all the answers someday.
But what I mean though is there is some cancer now, cervical cancer, being treated with an injection.
Interesting. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, an antidote, like a vaccine. There's a vaccine for cervical cancer.
Oh, you're talking about the vaccination. I thought you were talking about once somebody had a diagnosis. You're talking about as a prophylactic treatment for cervical cancer.
And so because they say now I'm hearing the doctors say that it's an immune disease, cancer.
I think that a lot of chronic disease is related to immune disorders, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What a great chat we're having here. So, great chat.
Great chat, but call in.
Yes. Not you,
not
same
New
people.
Yorkers, unless you're transplanted New Yorkers living here in Hopkinton.
So that wouldn't be you?
That would be me.
That would be you.
That would be me.
All right, so we got 4 to give away. And we need you to call for those 4 tickets. Is the number up on the screen? It is.
435-5534.
That's right. We want to give these away. Our media partner, WMRC, asked us if we would like to give some Paw Sox tickets away, and I said, yes, we would.
It's a Wednesday, August 9th game at 7:05 p.m.
Yeah, and it's against the Charlotte Knights, which are the farm
AAA team, for the Chicago White Sox.
Yes, the White Sox. Oh, you know what? With your energy power.
My energy
Why
power.
don't you hold on to these?
Okay.
See? And then somebody's going to call.
Somebody will call. I lived in Chicago for 5 years, almost 5 years.
Wow, so you have a connection to these tickets.
I do. I can feel it. I'm channeling my energy, my Chicago energy, into this right here.
That's right. So call. And I have nothing to do with Pawtucket, so I can't add to the energy. Sorry.
That's okay. Baseball games are fun.
Yeah. So call 508-435-5534. Only if you're watching this live.
Not if you're watching this on YouTube after today.
Right. Actually, later on today, too, because it'll go on a half hour after we're done.
Good.
So, how long have we been asking people? What time is it there?
6:22.
6:22. So we've been trying to give these away for 22 minutes almost. And it's not working.
No.
Don't like that.
You just have to be creative.
In chiropractic.
Yes, chiropractic.
Really? You don't like the E, huh?
No, I don't like that at all.
Is it a word even?
I don't think it is. But
No?
you're not the first person to say it, and I'm sure you will not be the last.
But from now on, I'm going to say chiropractic. Just like I say Margie Wiggin.
Hi, Margie.
Hi, Margie. Margie, don't you want to go to
the Paw Sox.
The Paw Sox game?
Margie can call in.
Yeah, Margie can call in. She's not related, although you are like sisters. But that's
Yes.
we're not gonna. Well, that doesn't count though. Just being like sisters doesn't count.
Exactly.
So, so in the field, what is the most successful treatment that people can have from a chiropractor?
I think most of the research points to headaches, neck pain, and back pain. But I will tell you, I love my favorite story about a patient of mine who came in with contracted headaches, so headaches that just would not go away.
Yeah.
And I said, so this is a gentleman who is a professor of anatomy and physiology who worked at UMass Medical School. So a bright guy. And he came in and he said, this is probably 7 years ago or so. He said, I just don't feel good. I have these headaches, and had a history of musculoskeletal disorders and herniated discs in his neck and jaw pain and all of these other things that might be related to a headache. And I said, so tell me what's happening. And I said, you know what, let me take your blood pressure. And lo and behold, it was through the roof.
Wow.
So we sent him out immediately from my office, and he went to a friend of mine who is his primary care doctor. And his primary care doctor told him that I had saved his life because.
Wow.
Now I don't really think that's true in terms of I just kind of was the conduit to get him where he needed to be.
Yeah.
But those are the kind of things that chiropractors,
And
see every day.
Didn't that make you feel so good?
Yeah, that made me feel like
When
at the
you
end of
heard
the day,
that.
that was the purpose, right?
Yeah.
That was if I just changed one person's life
Yeah.
over the course of my 20 years so far history.
Right.
Wow, isn't that wonderful?
I had a foster kid who grew up to have 3 kids of his own.
Nice.
And a couple of years, it was a year ago when I had that hospitalization because of the toxic spill while I was having the radiation. I just stopped everything. I just went home and I lay down and I ran to the washroom every 5 minutes as my body told me to because I had a growing infection.
Wow.
So I didn't know. I was kind of delirious. You do get a little delirious with bladder infections and so forth. And so, I rent a room to this foster kid's best friend. And they're talking on the phone one day. He said, "Oh, he's not acting right, I'll tell you." And so the foster kid came over, and as soon as he saw me, he called the ambulance.
Oh.
So every time I see him, I say, as we part ways, I say, "Oh, by the way,
Thank you.
Thanks for saving my life."
Thank you. What's that? What's his name?
Richie.
Thanks, Richie.
Yeah, thanks for saving my life.
Yeah.
So these things, I think people can be so empowered by these things, and it can enrich their lives when they help others. And
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that you're going to have a very rich life for all the help that you've given that individual and others too, and that you continue to give a lot of people. And maybe an extended life, maybe the will to go on.
Maybe.
Maybe the will to have another bite of that delicious protein they have in front of them, or whatever the case may be. And it is, I think that when you talk to the first responders, they really, a lot of them will tell you how empowered they feel that they can do this, they can really help people.
Absolutely. Those careers, those first responders, EMT, fire, police, anybody serving in the military, like those to me are salt of the earth.
Yeah. One time I don't think I've ever told this story on the webcast before. I took my nephew and a friend into the Esplanade to see the pops and the fireworks.
Beautiful.
And so on the way in, we went through the mall at the Pru. I parked at the Christian Science Church. Don't pay any attention to that parking. There's only one space available whenever I get there, so don't take my space. And then we walked through the courtyard where the reflecting pool is, and through the mall at the Prudential, but everyone wanted to use the washroom. So we did. We went all the way. It's a long walk to the back of, is it Borders or Barnes & Noble? I don't know which one it was. And at the end there is a restroom and a Starbucks. And so we're, using the room. But my nephew came out right after. I said, "Well, I thought you were going to use the washroom." He said, "Well, I want to use the stall." I said, "Well, it looked like there was an empty stall." He said, "Well, no, it's locked." Because you could see there was someone at the other one. So I said, "No, I don't think there's anyone in there." So I knocked. I said, "Anyone in here?" Knocked again. Threw my hand over the thing and knocked on the inside. No answer. Finally, I said, "I don't think anyone's in here." Because they would be responding, right?
You would think, right.
So I took the quarter, and it was one of those flat with a slot.
You jimmied the lock.
Well, don't do this at home. Don't try this at home.
It was an emergency situation.
Yeah. So there was a guy sitting there having a seizure.
Oh, that's awful.
All curled. That must be a seizure, right? All curled up, mouth wide open.
Probably.
Yeah. And I thought to myself, well, there's a paraplegic. And I thought, even paraplegics are, what do you call that kind of person who's outward about their selves? Is a word I'm looking for. Anyway, I thought then as I walked away, I thought, no, there was no device in there. There was no wheelchair. There was no helper. There were no crutches. And here he was. I said, that must be a seizure. So I reported it. And hopefully we saved the guy. You know, so
you never found out what happened, but you certainly...
They don't let you. They don't. You know that. The HIPAA law, they wouldn't tell you. No. And even the police officer said, well, they took him away.
Okay.
You know,
Well, we'll hope that everything turned out okay.
So let's hope so, yeah.
So you do. It's all about making a difference at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you really, and you do. You do that every day in your job. So it's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
And your show, once again, we're going to try one more time with the tickets. And remember, if you've seen this on YouTube, don't call. In fact, don't even think about calling. But the number is 508-435-5534.
Yep.
And Jen has a big family because they've all...
They're going to start calling. Pretty soon we're going to give them away to the Belisis. So.
Yeah. Well, the Belisis can't call right now because we want to see if we can have a non-related person.
The long trip for those New Yorkers.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were only kidding then, huh?
No, they would come.
Oh, they would?
They would come.
Good, good.
Yes.
So we're not seeing the phone ring. So
can they email, or did you just want to have them?
No, just the phone. You know, get over, boom, boom, boom. We used to do the email thing, and people did pick them up.
Okay.
They came and picked them up. I thought we'd just give them away differently this time, because wouldn't that be fun to be able to give stuff away? Well, now that people,
maybe they'll get the word out now, and then next time you'll have, you have until August 8th, the day before August 9th, to give these away.
Well, let's see. But can you use some? How many can you use?
I probably, it's a Wednesday night game. It's the same time as my show.
Oh, okay. So.
All right. But I'm sure I know people. I bet we can definitely.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Okay.
We'll network that. Does that sound good?
Well, we'll save it for next Friday because we got.
Who's going to be on next Friday? Do you know yet?
I don't know. We don't want to tell too much ahead of time. Even if we did know, because the people get bothered.
Oh.
You know what I mean? If I say, no one's called you to bother you?
No, nobody's, not at all.
Good. Some people have called my guests.
Oh, okay. No, nobody's bothering me.
Oh, good.
Nope.
So once again, retired chiropractor Jen Belesi has given us her time today. Eric's done a great job.
Thank you, Eric.
A little applause for Eric Montville. And we're so happy to have Jen on. And remember, the Jen and Margie show is Wednesday between 7 and 8 on
HCAM.tv.
And their guest, are you having a guest this next week?
Nope, not this next week, but but the week after that, I think, is Chief Ed Lee. So looking forward to Chief Lee coming on. And
that'll be a week from next Wednesday.
A week from next Wednesday.
Maybe we get him for next Friday. Just kidding. We will ask him at some point.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Good to see you, and I
Same
hope your show does well.
Thank you.
And let me see.
You have a song
see if we
for
have
me?
A song.
Okay.
Jen Belesi. Jen Belesi does great stuff. Jen Belesi is really great. Her kids, we don't know how they think.
No.
We hope they think the same thing. And then Eric fades to black.